Okay, Sarah, you're up next. What is your project on?
My project is on 310 Detox Clay. The pure calcium bentonite clay is made from volcanic ash, mined from the last location in America. How cool! You just add 310 Detox Clay to your water, and the clay absorbs the toxins from your body so that your body doesn't take them in itself. This detoxification process leaves your body in the perfect state to lose weight. Just like this little dino. He used 310 Detox Clay to slim down, and now he's the talk of Pangea.
Let me first say that you did an awesome job on your volcano, but you're telling us that we should consume something that came from a volcano?
Yes, but don't worry, it's totally safe. It's FDA GRAS certified. That means it's generally recognized as safe to consume, which is such a relief to see on the label of something you're going to be consuming.
But Sarah, do you know how food additives get this certification?
Well, no, but it's associated with the FDA, so it must be fine.
Actually, it's not fine at all. In an article by Interlandi published in Consumer Reports in 2017, she explains that food companies can decide for themselves if ingredients are safe. They are allowed to label their products as GRAS and are not even required to send it to the FDA for further approval. The manufacturers can send their reports to the FDA, but it's completely voluntary.
Really? That does sound bad. But what about the food additives that are sent to the FDA? Bentonite clay could be one of the improved ingredients.
Well, Nelter and colleagues published an article in JAMA Internal Medicine in 2013 that investigated the panels that approve the certifications that are reported to the FDA, and what they found wasn't great.
Well, what'd they find? I'm sure it wasn't that bad.
Of the 451 certification panels they investigated, not a single one of the food additives was evaluated by an expert panel chosen by a third party. They were all evaluated by panels chosen either by the food manufacturer or by an employee of a firm that was chosen by the manufacturer. They also found a huge conflict of interest, as many of the panel members participated in numerous panels, up to as many as 128 different ones, for an increased profit, which makes the GRAS certifications that have been voluntarily sent to the FDA for safety approval even less valuable.
Well, what did they base conflict of interest on?
They actually use criteria created by the Institute of Medicine, and it has been widely supported as a good measure.
Well, I guess I can't argue with that. That's some pretty sketchy stuff. But people have been ingesting this stuff for years, so it must be fine. In an article by Musavi in the Iranian Journal of Public Health in 2017, she claims that calcium bentonite could be one of Mother Nature's natural remedies. She looks at its effects on body function detoxification, skin and hair, gastrointestinal tract, kidney, antibacterial effects, bone, cancer, and other effects, and found that calcium bentonite holds the properties that 310 Nutrition claims that it has.
Well, actually, Sarah, the FDA claims that bentonite clay can cause serious damage to the central nervous system, kidneys, and immune system, as well as cause cognitive impairments, a reduced IQ, behavioral difficulties, and some other problems. They discovered this by looking at another calcium bentonite product and found elevated levels of lead in these kinds of products. They claim that elevated levels of lead in products can lead to lead poisoning, so I definitely wouldn't say it's fine.
Anyways, that's besides the point. I'm here to tell you guys about how 310 Detox Clay actually works. Bentonite clay has the ability to absorb up to 37 times its weight in toxins from inside the body and excrete them, so they aren't absorbed into our bodies. That's pretty cool.
That is cool, Sarah. Do you have any evidence that this clay can actually do this?
Yes, of course. A study conducted by Fowler and colleagues that was published in Toxins in 2015 focused on how clay-based binders can be used to absorb aflatoxins. They gave both groups aflatoxin-infused diets, and one group was also given bentonite clay. They found that after just 1 week, the amount of aflatoxins in the liver, which was measured using liver analysis, decreased in those given the clay. But they did use chicks for this study.
You're right, they did find a decreased level of aflatoxins in the chicks' livers that were given bentonite clay after 1 week. But over the next few weeks, aflatoxin levels increased in their livers, most likely due to bentonite clay buildup. So since the study was conducted using animals, how do we know the results will translate to people? Not to mention the results weren't sustained over time.
Well, I guess that's true, but the animal research doesn't disprove 310 Detox claims. And calcium is an important part of the product too. And my doctor's always told me that calcium is really good for you. Right, Mr. Dino?
Well, I happen to have done some research on calcium, and in a study by Harvey Barino, they conducted an experiment in which 54 participants were randomly assigned to a calorie-restricted, low-dairy calcium or high-dairy calcium diet for 12 months. The results showed no significant difference in body weight or body fat than the participants who were not given calcium, suggesting that calcium does not lead to weight loss.
Okay, well maybe there is some conflicting evidence, but it's directly from the mine. Their website says, in contrast to other clay types, 310 clay comes from the last remaining source of 100% pure calcium bentonite clay right here in the USA. You literally won't find a product more effective.
Well, Sarah, those are some big claims, but Willingham, who is an expert in demystifying claims made in the marketing industry, warns us to watch out for marketing claims that disguise themselves as evidence of the product working effectively. It definitely seems like 310 Nutrition is using this strategy to convince you their product works, and it looks like they've sold you on it.
But so many people are buying the 310 Detox Clay. Their website says, due to high demand, delivery may be delayed. Please allow 7 to 10 business days for delivery. So clearly it's doing well among customers.
Well, this is actually a common marketing strategy that Willingham points out. 310 Nutrition is creating false demand for their product, making consumers think that if they don't buy it now, they may miss their chance. It's all an illusion created by the company to sell more product.
Whatever, you can still see that the clay works. Look at the before and after pictures posted on the bottom of their webpage. Those women all lost so much weight and they all look incredible now.
If you look a little closer, Sarah, these women's testimonials are actually from some of 310 Nutrition's other products, like their shakes, and not actually from their clay product like you thought. This technique is also mentioned by Willingham as it taps into the consumer's emotions by looking at the pictures. It is one of the most successful strategies for the weight loss marketing out there.
310 Nutrition has a huge following that swears by this clay, and the proof is in the pudding. 40% of consumers gave this product a 5-star rating.
Well, that also means that 60% of consumers gave the clay a 3-star or less rating. One user even said, "It tastes like I ate a handful of dirt and made me throw up. One of the worst products I have ever tried," along with other users complaining of abdominal pain and overall ineffectiveness.
I don't buy it. Those have to be trolls. There's no way they are experiencing those side effects. The website says that only impure clays can cause gastrointestinal side effects, and 310 bentonite clay is totally pure.
Well, a study by Williams and colleagues that was published in Elements in 2009 found that bentonite clay has been associated with a complete blockage of the intestines to a point where it can only be corrected by surgery. There are also other less severe risks associated with using the clay, like constipation, nutrient deficiencies and excesses, and the potential contraction of parasites. Not to mention, the World Health Organization reported that long-term exposure to bentonite dust can cause both structural and functional damage to the lungs.
Okay, wow, some of those do sound pretty serious. Maybe 310 Detox Clay isn't what I thought it was.
It's okay, Sarah. It's so easy to get tricked by weight loss products like this. It happens to everyone.
I'll definitely do more research and be more aware of this in the future. I don't want anything potentially harmful to happen to my body or my overall health. We should all just lava our bodies the way they are.